So, hi Anuja, welcome to IWMBuzz once again. Last time we spoke about Hello Mini 2. Right now we are back with 3. And quite
Yes, we are.
interestingly, within a very short span of time. So, but मुझे सवाल सबसे पहले ये बनता है before I talk about 1, 2 or 3 is the fact that 2 we did promotions in the middle of a pandemic ऐसे virtually. 3 also ऐसे ही करना पड़ रहा है because of whatever is happening around with the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Are you
I know.
frustrated because of the way you're having to promote this कि दिल खोल के बाहर जाके you can't promote?
I'm more frustrated that I can't meet you in person. I had so much fun working with you last time. So I thought this
Yeah.
season three, if the world with COVID goes away, at least we can
Yeah.
chit chat and have some chai and have an
Yeah.
interview. But maybe next time. Let's see.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but we क्या कर सकते हैं अभी हालात is such that we can't really control nature. That's the
I
thing with me.
know.
But I want to ask you something that the mystery around Rivana's life is something that keeps getting all the way more intriguing. People want to know कि क्या हो रहा है, कौन है यार ये stranger, ये पीछा ही नहीं छोड़ रहा, who is this person, who is this बंदा, whatsoever. अभी ये 3 में क्या नया third time वाला कुछ twist देखने मिलेगा? What is it that we can expect? जितना obviously you can say before it streams.
I think that we'll get a big answer in season three. So
Yeah.
for all of the fans who've been wanting to know this secret
Yeah.
of who is after her, please watch season three. Everything will come to a big culmination. So I'm very excited about that.
But एक चीज मुझे बताओ, I asked this question to you the last time as well, and it was I got quite an interesting answer. कि when you are coming up with new projects and new sequels, the pressure at the same time keeps getting bigger and better because first के बाद second वाला आता ही है because the first one is a hit. But in terms of the feeling and the experience, वो मैंने आपको last time नहीं पूछा था. अभी Hello Mini 1 आया था, then 2 came, now 3. Obviously, it feels like, you never really went away from the sets, but it's like still the third time you have been to the sets. So how do you balance the two emotions when you're working?
I think a lot of people don't know this, and this is something I wasn't allowed to tell the fans at the time, but season 2 and season 3 we shot together. So I would have a certain day I've woken up and I'm working about season 2, and then the next day I wake up and I'm shooting season 3, because kyunki parallel schedule we had to figure out how to get it all done in COVID, right? So I was jumping timelines and I was jumping storylines, and so my brain was all over the place. So I had to figure out a way to make it distinct. And I worked with my amazing director, Arjun, and I said, we sat down one day. I said, we're shooting really fast, but I want to make sure that we're getting that nice transition. And whatever I've seen in the trailer, I think we've really achieved it, because it's a totally different zone. Even though we shot it at the same time, it's like a totally different zone altogether.
I want to give you a real life example and instance on this. जैसे कि like you shot 2 and 3 at the same time. I remember Sonu Sood sir telling me once he had made this movie called Tutak Tutak Tutiya. So they were shooting the same movie with 3 languages at the same time. So they would utter the Hindi dialogue, then fatafat jaake they would utter Telugu, and then fatafat jaake they again do Tamil. So basically 3 emotions, 3 languages. So that's pretty similar to what you're telling me right now in terms of jumping narrative. He told me it was a crazy experience. Were you nervous when you were doing this? Because he said that he was actually very nervous.
First of all, that is an incredible feat. More power to him. He's very talented, and I don't doubt that he knocked it out of the park when he did that. It's very difficult to do something like that. For me, of course, I was nervous. But I don't stay nervous very long. I think I'm one of those people, I definitely get nervous about things. But when I have to do it, I'm like, chalo, now we have to switch gears, and I just have to get through it, and I have to do as well as I can do. A lot of Hello Mini falls on my shoulders as Mini. True. So I feel a big responsibility to the fans, because they've given me so much love for that. I'm so grateful. But with all that love, I have to now deliver. That's my job. My job is to deliver a great show for them. So not nervous, but I was like a beast. I was like, every day I would wake up and be like, I just have to do it for them. I thought about the fans every day when I did that.
Yeah, and I think that is the kind of thought process that you would want when you're coming up with anything, wo kuch web series ho, movie ho, kuch bhi ho. But the last time I spoke to Rivana, the character. This time, when yesterday I got to know that I will be doing this, I wanted to speak to Anuja, the person, a lot more than Rivana. So my question is that, just like any other project, there are pros, there are cons. There will be one side who will be absolutely going all guns blazing to appreciate you, and there will be another side as well. वो लोग बोलेंगे यार काम उतना जमा नहीं. We don't really like the way things are being presented. There will always be two sides to it, and whatever you do. I want to
Yeah.
know the second side, which is
Hmm.
actually kind of trying to demean you or trying to demean your body or work. I mean, do you actually pay attention to that? Do you actually focus around it, or do you absolutely keep it aside and do what you have to do? How do you handle that situation?
First of all, thank you. That's a great question. I think I would be lying if I said it doesn't affect me. Of course, it affects me. I have social media. People have access to me. They can write whatever they want. And let's be honest, a lot of people, sometimes feel the need to put me down about take cheap shots at me, things about my appearance, things about this, that, or the other. It's very easy for somebody to sit behind a laptop or a phone.
Keyboard warriors. That's what you
Yeah,
think.
and I doubt that person would have the audacity to say it to my face.
Yeah.
But I think it comes with the territory. I have gotten so many amazing things in my life because of the fans.
Yeah.
And I think with all these amazing blessings, it's okay that I have to deal with a bit of the negativity, because it comes part and parcel of being a public person or so-called famous or whatever. But whenever I get messages like that, more than me, I think about younger girls, because luckily I'm older now and I'm wiser now and I've been through it.
Yeah.
But I feel for the younger generation that has to put up with it, that maybe they're not prepared to read something like that. Or and not just girls, boys too, anybody who's being bullied on social media. My heart breaks a bit, because I said, if someone can message me, somebody who's a actress and this and that, then everybody is probably getting it, right? Famous people don't get special treatment about that.
Yeah.
So I try to put it out of my head, but there are sometimes, yes, of course, there's sometimes it hurts my feelings.
Yeah. I want to add this part to what you mentioned right now, that, you said that, these are things that at times it hurts you and at times you are absolutely fine with it. What I want to know is that, see, the entertainment industry is something that really tests your grit till the very end. I mean, it's about, holding on to your nerves at times when it matters the most. And especially for a girl, it's never easy. It's all the way more difficult, I feel, compared to men. Uh, I want to know that, because you have been working for so long, because you have had multiple experiences in terms of, working with many people around, has that kind of enhanced your own personality as Anuja, in which kind of helps you to deal with all this? Do you feel that had you not done what you are doing right now, would you have dealt with the situation the same way?
I absolutely think you're right. There's also a bit of it's like a boot camp, when you have to deal with a lot of people's opinions about you all the time, 360. um People's opinions about you tend to not phase you as much. But I'm still a young actress, in the sense that I'm three seasons old in India, and I'm 1 season old in Hollywood. And yes, I've worked quite a bit in as an actress in general. Even before that, I did a lot of theater, so I've always kind of been a performer.
Yeah.
But I think that wisdom, I really look up to my senior counterparts. I talk to a lot of, anytime there's a senior actor on a set, I
Yeah.
talk their ear off about, how do you become resilient? As an actress, it's my job to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
If I'm not vulnerable, I can't do my job.
True.
So when I cannot become a hardened person, if I'm become a hardened person, my ability to act goes away, right? As a human being, I have to connect as an image, so I have to have a soft belly.
Yeah.
But then someone can take a shot at that soft belly and it hurts. So how to find that balance?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it, I think.
Yeah. But I think you're getting there, in terms of, as far as the vibe that I get from your answers. I feel you're getting there, and with more and more time, you will definitely get there. I want to know
Thank
this
you.
thing that, you mentioned in your answers, that, when young girls, when you see young girls handling all that, you realize that it's not easy. If it's happening to you, it can happen with them as well. But also,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure there must be certain girls, be it little young ones who aspire to become actresses or who aspire to do some good work in front of the camera. They must be coming up to you as well. Suppose,
Yeah.
like, some young girl comes up to you and says, like, Anujati, how are you doing this? What is your experience like and everything? So what are the kind of anecdotes that you share? And agar kisi ko actress banna ho, so what are the kind of inputs that you share with that person, so that, she kind of gets an understanding of the industry? Does this thing happen with you?
Yeah, it does. I actually, and my the young girls that reach out to me, I think I make it a concerted effort to not let them down, in terms of, if they feel like they can't go to people, and I take on that bit of responsibility because it's an honor that they reached out to me, first of all. I'm not one of those people who feels like it can keep coming. I cherish when somebody reaches out to me. My biggest advice to anybody who wants to become an actress, especially if they're young, I'm talking about like teenage into early 20s. A lot of people in this industry will tell you that they know every answer of how to make your career successful. And my advice is listen to everybody a little bit and listen to yourself 100%. Don't listen to one person 100%. That's just not the way to go about it, because everyone will tell you that they have figured out the formula to success, and there is no roadmap. There is no one way to get anywhere. My direction of how to get to my goals is different from another actress, is different from another actor, who's different from another director. So if somebody comes to you and says that I'll turn you into this, or you follow my lead, or I'll be your mentor only, I would give a little caution to that statement.
Yeah. What is the exciting USP that you feel as an actress, having worked for so long, will probably be driving the audience to this content?
Season 3, and if we look at, if anyone's checked out the trailer, it actually starts highlighting it starts highlighting a very interesting cult that we're looking at, and what it is to be a part of a cult, and having somebody with followers of a certain organization, and getting into the mysterious world and the inner workings of a cult. And that has been so fascinating for me to learn about, and I think that is going to be the ultimate. So we had Dare Defy in season 2, and we had all of the stuff going on with Dare Defy for that, and Rivana's involvement in it. But this is now going into a totally haunting space of a spiritual cult. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll say it's very chilling, and it's super, super interesting to look at.
Kya baat hai, audience? So can you feel the goosebumps already when you hear all this? I feel thoda bahut, you see my skin, it feels that way.
Awesome, me too.
But looking forward to this. I'm so glad we had this conversation. Agar aur zyada maza hota, agar we would have had this thing in reality, just like how you mentioned over tea or coffee or something. Baat karte karte interview aise kar rahe. That makes it all the way more cooler. But kya kar sakte abhi. But then obviously I wish you all the best, just like every other time. Hello Mini 3 may be thrice more successful than what it was earlier in Hello Mini 1 and Hello Mini 2. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And I'll stay in touch with you on social media as well. Take care.
Please do. And you also take good care and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you so much.